Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Christy and I'm getting ready for a lesson. Logan is extremely restive. You might see him moving around here because they didn't put him outside this morning. I think they thought it would be nice if I didn't have to clean the mud off of him, not realizing that it's way better to clean some mud off of this horse than it is to keep him from doing his daily routine. So he's a little bit nuts and it makes me really agitated. So I thought it would be a great time to do some yoga before I got on. I did my stretches this morning because I need to do stretches before I ride. So I thought I would show you a few of the things that I do to get ready to ride you, right? Yes, I know, I'm down here on the floor. You want to bite my hat? I know, you need something to do. Go ahead, go for it. There you go, okay. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I do, but I want you to keep in mind that everybody is different. What I do may not be right for you, so always check with your doctor. You may have injuries or surgeries that make this kind of thing not good for you. I am certified in stretch therapy and I am a massage therapist, and I'm also a Nesta certified sport yoga instructor. So I do have some knowledge about stretching. However, check with your doctor. Always make sure it's okay for you. I am not responsible for anything that happens to you doing these stretches. Okay? Do them at your own risk. I know, you're restive and annoyed. Don't worry, you're gonna get work today. Hopefully we'll do some jumping. Okay, so this is the first thing I'm going to do. I'm gonna try to get Logan involved so he thinks he's doing something, because he is desperate to do something, right? Okay, so these are things you could do in the barn aisle. These are things you could do at a horse show. Right before getting on, I always start with my neck and my shoulders. And so what I do is simply put my arms behind my back, like this. I lace my fingers together. If that's not something you can do, don't worry about it. But then I try straightening my arms. So straighten your arms as much as you can. And just allow your head to look up toward the ceiling. Let your horse take your hat off your head if he's bored. Oh. I actually don't lean this much back. That's not what I'm actually telling you to do, but I'm stretching like this. Stretching those arms out. Ha ha ha, hello. Yes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a deep breath in, because breathing and stretching are synonymous for me. You're going to need to have a nice, calm, relaxed breathing pattern to ride. So I take the time, and I need to take the time now because I need to be super calm for him. So I'm going to breathe in with my belly. I'm going to straighten those arms out. And I'm going to exhale and bend down like this. Yep. And my arms, you can even unlace your fingers if that doesn't work for you. And I'm reaching through my fingertips toward the ceiling. I'm relaxing my head and neck. And I'm letting the weight of my upper body, and keeping my knees bent, I'm letting the weight of my upper body stretch my hamstrings. And then I'm going to bend into my knees, and I'm going to pull my belly button in, and I'm going to sit like a chair, and I'm going to turn, put my one hand on my hip and my other hand on my thigh, and I'm not using my head and neck to do this turn. I'm exhaling and I'm pulling on my thigh a little bit to turn this way, and I'm exhaling, inhaling, and I'm going to do it the other way, and exhale. Good, so that is giving me some range of motion left to right. It's also making me breathe. It's also warming up my legs a little bit. I know, oh my goodness, you are just having a hard time. You are having a hard time. We are going to do exercises. We are, I promise. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to stretch out my hips, especially these. You need these to be nice and loose and elastic when you ride. So what I do is I step 1 foot back. So in this case, it's going to be my right leg. And you don't have to put your knee on the ground. If you do, you're on a concrete floor, get a saddle pad or a boot or a half pad and put it down there. But you can just stay up like this. And what I want you to do is focus on straightening your hips and bringing them to be straight forward like this. You can put your hand here to help with that, but that is going to lengthen this muscle very gently. And keeping your hips square to the front is how you ride. So that is what I'm aiming to do with this stretch. If you want to take it deeper, which I typically do, you can put the knee on the ground and you can bring your hands to the floor like this. This does put me in a vulnerable position with him, so I have to be careful. And I can stretch out this way, and then I can bring my upper body all the way up like this. And that gives me a really good stretch in the front of my leg. Make sure you take some really deep breaths and relax. So you put your shoulders down. You can even add the stretch we did earlier to this to bring your shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to place my one hand on the floor. So I'm on my right knee. I'm going to put my right hand on the floor, and I'm going to turn with my left shoulder. I'm going to bring my left shoulder up toward the ceiling. My arm is going to come behind my back, and I'm going to stretch this way. I'm taking a deep breath in and letting it out. Good. Then I'm going to come back here, and then I'm going to straighten this back leg, and I'm going to step it forward. I'm going to just hang out here for a minute. Hi. Hi, handsome. And then I'm going to slowly pull my belly button in, drop my head, and I'm going to roll my upper body all the way back up. And then I'm going to shake it out. And then I'm going to give him another treat because I'm just doing that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So, step that leg back. Make sure my hips are square. This is a little bit harder for me on this side. So if it's a little harder for you, breathe into it. Inhale and exhale, move more square. So try to make your movements on your exhales. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale, move. And then I'm going to take it down and I'm going to stretch up this way, adding a little more of a stretch to it, dropping my shoulders down. I'm going to bring my arms behind my back, interlace my fingers, straighten my arms. And then I'm going to exhale, bring my hand down to the floor, and I'm going to turn my other shoulder up toward the ceiling. I'm going to bring my arm behind my back, and I'm going to stretch that way. I'm going to take a breath in and out, come back up, straighten this back leg, step this foot forward, and shake it out. And then I'm going to spinal roll all the way back up. And I'm going to take another breath in and out, and that's it. That's what I do before I get on the horse. I do that at home every day, and I think it really helps my hips, and it definitely calmed everybody down. You noticed how he got really nice and calm when I was breathing in and out. What you do and your attitude is going to have a big effect on the horse. So let me know if you have questions. I hope those stretches helped. Okay, so I'm walking around before my lesson with Robin, and I got to watch the person before me go. What we're going to be doing today on the big circle, my nemesis, canter poles. So I got to watch the person go before me. So you can see that they're all set up on a big circle. There's 4 of them. So I got to see it and get all like in my head about it. So we'll see how it goes.
Good girl, sit up. Look at the next one. Outside leg. Good girl. Good girl, sit up. Outside leg.